Days 1 to 10. The first 10 days of running were both physically painful and mentally challenging. Every single day, I fought a constant battle in my head with the voice of mediocrity, telling me it was okay to quit, but it wasn't. Do what's right, not what's easy. I reminded myself. I kept running. I was committed. Days 11 to 20. Days 11 to 20 were only slightly less painful. I still didn't like running, but I didn't really hate it anymore. For the first time in my life, I was forming the habit of running every day. It was no longer this scary thing I only watched other people doing on the sidewalk while I was driving my car. After nearly 2 weeks of daily running, it was starting to feel normal for me to wake up every day and just go for a run. I remained committed. Days 21 to 30. Days 21 to 30 were almost enjoyable. I had almost forgotten what it felt like to hate running. I was doing it without much thought. I just woke up, put on my running shoes. Yes, I had invested in a pair, and logged my miles each day. The mental battle was gone, replaced with reciting positive affirmations or listening to self-improvement audios while I ran. In just 30 days, I had overcome my limiting belief that I couldn't run. I was becoming what I would have never imagined in a million years. I was becoming a runner. The rest of history, the rest of the story. 52 miles to freedom. Just 30 days after beginning the habit of running, something that had been so foreign and unpleasant to me for my entire life. I had completed 50 miles, culminating in my first 6-mile run. I called John to celebrate. He was excited for me and always looking to help me raise my own standards. He presented me with a challenge. John knew me well enough to know that in the peak emotional state I was in, I would likely accept any challenge. Oh, why don't you run at an ultra marathon? If you are going to run 26 miles, you might as well run 52. Only John would suggest such a logic. I'll think about it. This time, when I told John I would think about it, I actually meant it. I was intrigued by the idea of pushing myself every further and running 52 consecutive miles. Maybe John was right. If I was going to run 26, I might as well run 52. I mean, shoot, if I could go from running 0 miles to being able to run 6 consecutive miles in just 4 weeks, and I still had 6 months until the Front Row Foundation's annual Run for the Front charity run, why not set the bar a little higher and go for 52? So I did. I was even somehow able to convince a friend and 2 of my brave coaching clients to do it with me. 6 months later, I had logged 475 miles, including 3 20-mile runs, and had traveled across the country to meet with 2 of my favorite coaching clients, James Hill and Fabian Valencia, and longtime friend, Alicia Ender. So the 4 of us could attempt to run 52 miles during the Atlantic City Marathon. John even flew out to show his support. There was just one logistical challenge, though. Atlantic City wasn't set up for any ultramarathon runners. So we improvised. We met on the boardwalk at 3:30 a.m. Our goal was to finish our first 26 miles before the official marathon began, then complete the second half with the regular marathon runners. The moment was surreal. The energy between the four of us was a blend of excitement, fear, adrenaline, and disbelief. Were we really going to do this? We might have been able to see our breaths in the chill October air had the moonlight been brighter. Nevertheless, our path was well enough lit, and so we began. One foot in front of the other, one step at a time, we moved forward. We all agreed that was the key to our success that day. Keep moving forward. So long as we didn't stop putting one foot in front of the other, as long as we kept moving forward, we would eventually reach our destination. 6 hours and 5 minutes later, largely due to the collective support and accountability of our group working together as one unit, we completed our first 26 miles. This was a defining moment for each of us, not because of the 26 miles we had behind us, but because of the mental fortitude it was going to take to get ourselves to run the 26 miles we had ahead of us. The excitement which permeated every fiber of our being just 6 hours earlier had been replaced with excruciating pain, fatigue, and mental exhaustion. Considering the physical and mental state we were in, we just didn't know if we had it in us to duplicate what we had just done, but we did. A total of 15 half hours from the time we started. James, Fabian, Alicia, and I completed our 52-mile quest together. One foot in front of the other, and one step at a time. We ran, jogged, walked, limped, and literally crawled across the finish line. On the other side of that line was freedom. That kind of freedom that can never be taken away from you. It was freedom from our self-imposed limitations. Although through our training, we had grown to believe that running 52 consecutive miles was possible, none of us really believed in our heart of hearts that it was probable. As individuals, each of us struggled with our own fear and self-doubt. But the moment we crossed the finish line, we had given ourselves the gift of freedom from our fears, our self-doubt, and our self-imposed limitations. It was in that moment I realized that this is a gift of freedom, not reserved for the chosen few, but one that is available to each and every one of us the moment we make the choice to take on challenges that are out of our free comfort zone, forcing us to grow, to expand our capacity, to be and do more than we have been and done in the past. This is true freedom. Are you ready for true freedom? The Miracle Morning 30-Day Life Transformation Challenge? will enable you to overcome your own self-imposed limitations, so you can be, do, and have everything you want in your life, faster than you ever thought possible. The Miracle Morning is a life-changing daily habit, and while most people who try it love it from day one, getting yourself to follow through with it for 30 days so you can make it a lifelong habit will require an unwavering commitment from you. On the other side of the next 30 days is you, becoming the person you need to be to create everything you've ever wanted for your life. Seriously, what could be more exciting than that? Chapter 10, The Miracle Morning 30-Day Life Transformation Challenge. Let's play devil's advocate for a moment. Can the Miracle Morning really transform your life in just 30 days? I mean, come on. Can anything really make that significant of an impact on your life that quickly? Well, remember that it did for me, even when I was at my lowest point. It has 4,000 of others, ordinary people just like you and me, becoming extraordinary. In the last chapter, you learned the simplest and most effective strategy for successfully implementing and sustaining any new habit in 30 days. During the Miracle Morning 30-Day Life Transformation Challenge, you will identify the habits you believe will have the most significant impact on your life, your success, who you want to be, and where you want to go. Then, you will use the next 30 days to form these habits, which will completely transform the direction of your life, your health, your wealth, your relationships, and any other aspect that you choose. By changing the direction of your life, you immediately change your quality of life and ultimately where you end up. Consider the reward. When you commit to the Miracle Morning 30-Day Life Transformation Challenge, you will be building a foundation for success in every area of your life for the rest of your life. By waking up each morning and practicing the Miracle Morning, you will begin each day with extraordinary levels of discipline, clarity, the power you will generate from focusing on what's most important. Discipline, the crucial ability to get yourself to follow through with your commitments, and personal development, perhaps the single most significant determining factor in your success. Thus, in the next 30 days, you will find yourself quickly becoming the person you need to be to create the extraordinary levels of personal, professional, and financial success you truly desire. You will also be transforming the Miracle Morning from a concept that you may be excited and possibly a little nervous to try into a lifelong habit, one that will continue to develop you into the person you need to be to create the life you've always wanted. You will begin to fulfill your potential and see results in your life far beyond what you've ever experienced before. In addition to developing successful habits, you will also be developing the mindset you need to improve your life, both internally and externally, by practicing the lifesavers each day. You will be experiencing the physical, intellectual, emotional, and spiritual benefits of silence, affirmations, visualization, exercise, reading, and scribing. You will immediately feel less stressed, more centered, focused, happier, and more excited about your life. You will be generating more energy, clarity, and motivation to move towards your highest goals and dreams, especially those you've been putting off for too long. Remember, your life situation will improve after, but only after, you develop yourself into the person you need to be to improve it. That's exactly what these next 30 days of your life can be. A new beginning and a new you.